What if I told you that by tracking every single dollar I spent for just 30 days, I discovered money leaks that were costing me thousands of dollars every single year? I mean, think about it for a second. You work hard, you grind through your job, you try to save and invest like a responsible adult, but at the end of every month you look at your bank account and you're like, where did all my money go? That was me, guys. I was sitting there staring at my statements, feeling frustrated, confused, and honestly a little embarrassed because I thought I was doing everything right. I was investing in stocks, buying index funds, reading all the personal finance books, but something was off. My savings rate wasn't where I wanted it to be, and I kept wondering why I couldn't seem to get ahead as fast as I knew I could. So I decided to run this insane little experiment. I tracked every single dollar I spent for a full 30 days. No cheating, no rounding up, no, it's just a coffee excuses. Every single transaction, every impulse buy, every forgotten subscription, every late-night delivery order. And let me tell you, the results were shocking. I'm talking hidden subscriptions that were draining me for months, coffee and snack habits that added up to hundreds of dollars, Amazon impulse purchases I didn't even remember making, lifestyle creep that snuck up on me like a thief in the night, and emotional spending triggered by stress or boredom that I had been completely blind to. By the end of the month, I had uncovered leaks that were literally costing me over $2,000 a year once I annualized everything. That's real money that could have been working for me in the stock market instead of disappearing into thin air. You won't believe some of the numbers I'm about to show you. I'm going to walk you through the exact methodology I used, the day-by-day and week-by-week breakdowns, the category-by-category deep dives, the psychological insights that blew my mind, and the math that proves how these small leaks are silently destroying your future wealth. This 30-day spending experiment completely changed my relationship with money and investing. It made me more disciplined, more aware, and way more excited about building real financial freedom. And the best part? You can do this too. Right after this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide and even a free spreadsheet template in the description so you can run your own challenge and finally answer that question. Where does my money go? If you've ever felt like your paycheck vanishes before you can even enjoy it, if you're tired of wondering why you're not saving more for investments, if you want to stop the silent money leaks and start directing every dollar toward your future, then stick with me for the next 25 minutes because this expense tracking challenge is going to be a game changer. I'm pulling back the curtain on my own finances in a way I've never done before, and I promise you're going to walk away motivated, educated, and ready to take control. By the time we're done, you'll understand exactly how small daily habits compound into massive financial gaps, how behavioral psychology tricks you into spending without realizing it, and most importantly, how fixing those leaks can free up hundreds or even thousands of dollars every month to invest in stocks, ETFs, real estate, or whatever vehicle you choose on your path to financial independence. This isn't just another Budgeting Tips 2026 video. This is raw, real, and ridiculously eye-opening. So if you're ready to discover your own money leaks and finally get your financial life on track, hit that like button right now because the journey is about to begin. Hey, I am Lucas from Lucas Invests, and welcome back to the channel where we break down smart budgeting, investing in stocks, index funds, real estate, and everything you need to achieve true financial freedom. If you're new here, I'm a regular guy who went from living paycheck to paycheck just a few years ago to now building serious wealth through disciplined saving, consistent investing, and a mindset that treats every dollar like a future employee working for me. I started this channel because I was tired of seeing so many people struggle with money even when they were earning decent incomes. I wanted to create a place where everyday people like you and me could learn practical, no-fluff strategies to take control of their finances, invest confidently, and build the life they actually want instead of just dreaming about it. I'm passionate about this topic because I've lived both sides. I've been the guy who spent without thinking, watched opportunities slip away, and felt that constant low-level stress about money. And I've also been the guy who finally woke up, started tracking, budgeting, and investing with purpose, and watched my net worth grow month after month. That transformation is powerful, and I love sharing it with all of you. That's why I decided to do this 30-day spending experiment publicly for my audience. I didn't want it to be some private challenge that only I benefited from. I wanted to show you the raw truth, the uncomfortable discoveries, and the massive wins that come when you finally shine a light on your spending habits. Because if I can uncover these leaks and turn them into investing fuel, so can you. On Lucas Invests, we don't just talk theory. We run real experiments. We crunch the numbers together, we celebrate the wins, and learn from the mistakes. Whether you're just starting your investing journey or you're already stacking assets and want to optimize even more, this channel is for you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And let's dive straight into the full story of what happened when I tracked every dollar for 30 days. All right, let's get into the meat of this expense tracking challenge because this is where things get really interesting. First, I want to explain exactly why I decided to run this 30-day spending experiment in the first place. A few months ago, I was reviewing my year-to-date numbers, and I realized something that frustrated me more than I expected. My income was growing nicely thanks to some smart investments and side hustle progress, but my savings rate had plateaued around 25%. I was putting money into index funds every month, sure, but I kept feeling like I could be doing so much more. I would look at my bank account at the end of the month and think, wait, I made X amount, but I only have Y left to invest. Where did the rest go? It was that classic, where does my money go feeling that so many of us know too well. I had read about the power of awareness in personal finance books, and I remembered the famous quote from the latte factor idea, but I figured I was already past that. I wasn't buying daily lattes or anything crazy, or at least that's what I told myself. So I decided it was time for radical honesty. I wanted to eliminate every possible money leak before I tried to scale my investments even further. Because here's the truth. No matter how good your investment strategy is, if you're leaking cash on the expense side, you're leaving massive growth on the table. I wanted to create more margin of safety in my budget so I could invest more aggressively and reach financial freedom faster. That was the goal. Simple as that. Now let me walk you through the exact methodology I used so you can copy this step by step if you decide to run your own challenge. I didn't want to make it complicated, but I also didn't want any loopholes. I used a combination of tools that worked together seamlessly. First, I created a master Excel spreadsheet with columns for date, description, amount, category, payment method, and notes about my emotional state or reason for the purchase. Then I linked it with a phone app. I went with a mix of Mint for automatic transaction pulls and an app, you need a budget, for the zero-based budgeting mindset. Every receipt I got, I scanned immediately using a free receipt scanner app on my phone. I also kept a daily journal in the Notes app where I wrote down anything I bought in cash or that didn't show up automatically. The rule was strict. Track every dollar no matter how small. A $1.49 snack from the gas station? Logged. A 99-cent app purchase? Logged. Even the $4 I gave to a street musician? Logged. Cash, card, Apple Pay, Venmo, everything. No exceptions. I set up 12 main spending categories right at the beginning. Groceries, dining out, food delivery, coffee and snacks, transportation, Uber, gas, entertainment and streaming subscriptions, online shopping, Amazon, clothing and gadgets, health and fitness, bills and utilities, miscellaneous, gifts, random. And then I had a separate investing and savings category that I protected like a fortress. At the end of every single day, I would spend 10 minutes reviewing and categorizing everything. If I forgot something, I had a rule that I had to go back the next morning and log it no matter what. It became part of my daily routine, like brushing my teeth. And honestly, after the first week it felt automatic. Let's talk about what actually happened week by week, because the patterns that emerged were fascinating. Week 1 started strong. I was super motivated, almost overly cautious. I packed lunches every day, skipped the usual morning coffee run, and felt proud of myself. But by day 4, I was already noticing how many micro purchases were sneaking in. On day 5, I bought a $12 phone case on Amazon because, why not? It's only $12. That was the first red flag. By the end of week 1, I had already spent $1,120 total, which was higher than I expected for just 7 days. Week 2 is where things got real. This is when life happened. I had a stressful work deadline, and suddenly I was ordering delivery twice in one night because I was too tired to cook. Then came the weekend where I went out with friends, and the tabs added up fast. You won't believe what happened on day 17. I was scrolling Instagram late at night, saw an ad for noise-canceling headphones I didn't need, and before I knew it, I had clicked buy now for $179. I remember thinking, I deserve this after a hard week, which is classic emotional spending. That purchase alone taught me so much. Week 3 revealed the subscription leaks I had completely forgotten about. I found 3 different streaming services I wasn't even using, a gym membership I hadn't stepped foot in for months, and a cloud storage plan I was double paying for. Each one was only $9.99 or $14.99 a month, but together they were $42 a month I didn't need. Small, right? But over a year, that's over $500. Week 4 was the cleanup phase where I started saying no to things I would normally say yes to, and I could already feel the difference in my mindset. Now let's do the deep category-by-category analysis, because this is where the real shocks came. I'm going to give you exact dollar amounts, percentages of my total spending, the stories behind them, and the lessons I learned. Starting with groceries. I spent $680 over the 30 days, which was 14% of my total. I thought this would be my cheapest category, but I was wrong. I went to the store with a list every time, but I still fell for the one more thing trap. Fancy cheeses, organic snacks, that expensive olive oil I saw on TikTok. One painful story. I bought $47 worth of groceries for a quick healthy dinner that I ended up throwing half of away because I got busy. That hurt. Dining out food delivery was brutal. $1,240 total, 25.6% of everything I spent. This was my biggest leak by far. I ordered delivery 11 times in 30 days. Each time it felt justified, busy day, celebration, whatever, but the numbers don't lie. One night, I spent $68 on sushi for one person. I could have cooked at home for under $10. The dopamine hit from the convenience was real, but the cost was shocking. Coffee and snacks, $347 exactly. You guys, I thought I was moderate. Turns out I was buying a $6.50 latte or snack almost every single day. That's $4,164 a year if I keep it up. The latte factor on steroids, my friends. One day I bought 3 separate snacks because I was bored at work. Transportation, Uber, gas came in at $410, 8.5%. I live in a city, so I use rideshares a lot. But looking back, I saw I could have walked or taken public transit for at least 7 of those trips and saved $120 easily. Entertainment and streaming subscriptions, $168. That doesn't sound bad until you realize I only used 2 of the 6 services I was paying for. The rest were just sitting there collecting monthly fees. Online shopping, Amazon, $895. This one stung the most. Impulse buys, one-click purchases, things I thought I needed but never used. The $179 headphones I mentioned earlier, plus a random kitchen gadget, workout clothes I wore once, and 3 books I haven't opened. The convenience of same-day delivery is dangerous when you're not mindful. Clothing and gadgets, $320. I bought a new jacket because it was on sale, even though I already had 3 similar ones. Health and fitness, $95. Mostly supplements and 1 massage that I justified as self-care. Bills and utilities, $720. These were mostly fixed, but I found I could negotiate my internet bill down by $15 a month after this experiment. Miscellaneous gifts, random, $195. Random stuff like birthday gifts I overdid, and a few why did I buy this? Purchases. Total spent in 30 days? $4,850. I had budgeted in my head for around $2,800. The difference was $2,050 in pure leaks. That's the shocking part. When I annualized it, I was looking at over $24,000 a year disappearing that I could redirect straight into investments. The psychological and behavioral insights here were eye-opening. I discovered I was a classic victim of the dopamine hit from online shopping. Every time I got a package, it gave me a little rush, even if I didn't need the item. I also noticed decision fatigue leading to convenient spending. When I was tired or stressed, my brain defaulted to the easiest and most expensive option. Common cognitive biases like the sunk cost fallacy kept me paying for unused subscriptions. And the biggest one, lifestyle creep. As my income grew, my spending quietly grew with it without me noticing until I tracked it. Now let's do some data and math breakdowns because numbers don't lie and they motivate like nothing else. If I cut my monthly spending by just $1,000, which is completely doable based on what I found, that's $12,000 extra per year to invest. Let's say I put that into a broad market index fund, averaging 10% annual return. I'm going to explain this slowly so it really sinks in. After 10 years, that $12,000 a year invested would grow to approximately $204,000. After 20 years, over $700,000. After 30 years, more than $2.1 million. That's the power of compounding. And that's not even including the money I'm already investing. This is just the money I was wasting before. Before the challenge, my savings rate was 25%. After implementing changes I saw in the first 2 weeks, I'm now at 48%. That's almost double the cash flow going into stocks, ETFs, and my real estate investments. The before and after comparison is night and day. The lessons I learned are permanent. This experiment changed my spending and investing behavior forever. I now practice zero-based budgeting every month. Every dollar has a job. I use the 50/30/20 rule as a guideline, but I'm stricter. 50% needs, 30% wants, but audited. 20% minimum to savings and investing, with anything extra going straight to investments. I've adopted the envelope system digitally in my spreadsheet for variable categories like dining out and Amazon. And I do a weekly money review every Sunday night so nothing sneaks up on me again. Here's the actionable step-by-step guide so you can copy my exact 30-day challenge starting tomorrow. Step 1. Download the free spreadsheet template I linked in the description. It has all my categories preset. Step 2. Choose your tracking tools, phone app, plus a simple notebook or Excel. Step 3. Set the non-negotiable rule. Every dollar, every day, no excuses. Step 4. Review and categorize nightly for 10 minutes. Step 5. At the end of 30 days, analyze like I did and calculate your leaks. Step 6. Redirect every dollar you save straight into your brokerage account. Tie this back to investing. Controlling expenses is the ultimate margin of safety. It gives you more capital to buy quality stocks during dips, to dollar cost average into index funds without stress, to add to your real estate portfolio, or even explore crypto with money you won't miss. Common mistakes I see viewers make. Thinking, I'll start investing first and fix spending later. That's backwards. Fix the leaks first so you have more fuel for the investing engine. I've had people in the Lucas Invest community tell me they ran this challenge and found $800 a month in leaks. One guy used it to pay off debt, and another started maxing his Roth IRA. Their stories are proof it works. If you save just $300 extra per month from this challenge, that's $3,600 a year. At 10% return over 25 years, that becomes over $300,000. Imagine what that could mean for your family, your freedom, your future. This one discovery alone will save you thousands, I promise. So whether you're in your 20s just starting out or in your 40s catching up, this expense tracking challenge is the wake-up call you need. Wrapping this all up, the shocking results from my 30-day spending experiment were clear. For $1,850 total spent instead of the $2,800 I expected, with massive leaks in dining out, online shopping, and coffee that added up to over $24,000 a year if left unchecked. But the real win wasn't just the numbers. It was the awareness, the mindset shift, and the extra cash flow I now direct straight into my investments every month. This challenge gave me back control, boosted my savings rate from 25 to 48%, and reminded me that financial freedom isn't about earning more. It's about keeping more of what you already earn and making it work harder for you. I want you to feel the same excitement and empowerment I felt when I saw those numbers and realized I could change them immediately. You don't have to live with money leaks anymore. You don't have to wonder where your paycheck goes. You can take control starting today. So here's my challenge to you. Run your own 30-day spending experiment this month. Download the free template in the description, follow the steps I laid out, and come back here and tell me in the comments what your biggest money leak was. Did you find forgotten subscriptions? Impulse Amazon buys? Coffee habits that shocked you? Whatever it is, share it below because your story might inspire someone else. If this video helped you see your finances in a new light, do me a huge favor and smash that like button right now. It really helps the channel grow and lets YouTube know to show this to more people who need it. If you're not already subscribed to Lucas Invests, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the next challenge, investing deep dive, or budgeting tips 2026 video I drop. In the description, you'll find the free budgeting spreadsheet, links to my favorite investing books, my exact stock portfolio breakdown video, and more 30-day experiment ideas coming soon. Check those out and start building your wealth today. Remember, every dollar you stop wasting today is a dollar that can grow into hundreds or thousands tomorrow through smart investing. You have the power to change your financial story. You just have to decide to track, to learn, and to act. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. You're part of an amazing community here at Lucas Invest that's serious about building wealth the right way. I'll see you in the next video where we're going to talk about how I turned my first $10,000 into a growing portfolio using index funds. Until then, track every dollar, invest with purpose, and go build the financially free life you deserve. This is Lucas from Lucas Invests, signing off. Take care, stay disciplined, and I'll talk to you soon.